Good afternoon, everybody. Pigskin Pete here. Happy Thursday to everybody. It's almost the weekend. We're going to do something different today. So it's going to be a little bit of a more relaxed show. Listen, I've got a lot of things planned for this new season. All kinds of different ideas as far as videos, ways to stream, ways to interact with all the viewers. Listen, it's going to be a great season for anybody who's just got here, for anybody who's been here for the past almost 2 years with me now. Good things are coming, and that's all because of you. It's all because of your support. I could not do it without any of you. But just buckle your seatbelts. But with one of the new ideas I came up with, and this is not a new idea, all right? So I'm not taking responsibility or credit for this. Once a month for the past, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 months, I've been doing these videos like I did one last week where I go and screenshot all the hater comments and stuff, the funny comments where people talk trash about me or talk trash about Clemson football or whatever, and I make a video out of it, and I usually put a funny song, a crazy song in the background to it that relates to it. Some people don't like that stuff. Of course, most of the time the songs that I use are vulgar. But listen, we're all adults here for the most part. I think most people can handle it. If you can't handle it, then you're probably in the wrong place to begin with. But that's besides the point. Listen, people do, like Uncle Lou does comments on the comments. Listen, a lot of YouTubers do this stuff. Huge people like PewDiePie, he's got 100 million subscribers. He does this comment on the comment type thing. And so people feature comments. What I wanted to do, I'll still probably continue to do the hater comment ones just because it's fun for me to do that. I mean, I don't know why I get a kick out of doing that, but I do. But anyway, what I think I could probably do maybe once every couple weeks, because I don't get to respond to every comment. And, a lot of people don't get to see my responses to the comment. They may come and leave their comment and they move on. They won't keep revisiting the video and going back and read through the comments. So what I'll do maybe every couple of weeks, if it works out, and I'm going to do a test run of it today, all right, just to test it. I will actually go into my my YouTube Studio app live here on air and answer comments in person. And I won't. This won't be the same as me cherry picking comments that I think make me look good or make other people look bad. I'm literally going to go from the comments in order, go down them. If it's a stupid comment, I'll skip it. But if it's I'll go ahead and just read these comments. So a couple things this does. This shows that I'm not being biased about the comments that I'm showing on my channel. I don't care what you say. Listen, I like all of them. I don't want to pretend as if I'm being biased or come across that way. This also gives me a chance to maybe answer some comments that I didn't answer through responding in the comment section through text. This also gives an incentive for people to comment that normally don't comment, because I realize that there's a lot of people that watch these channels, not just mine, but other ones, that they watch but they don't comment. Well, maybe if I'm going to feature your comment on one of my videos once every week or two, maybe you'll be more incentivized to comment. Well, I don't know. Maybe you'll be less incentivized to comment. I don't know. But we're going to try it. This is a test run. I've never done this. Listen, I'm basically a window licker when it comes to technology. It took me, I don't even want to tell you how long it took me to figure out how to do this, because it's embarrassing. And I'm probably still not doing it right, but we're going to try. We're going to attempt to make this happen right now. So let's do that right now. Let's see how this works here. This is probably going to end up bad. All right, so here we go. We've got, all right, so here's a live look at my desktop YouTube app. And this is as live as it gets right here. So you can see 2 minutes ago, Bobby Durkins, looks like Bobby Durkins is going back and watching my videos for the past week. Bobby is one of the guys that just binge watches the videos 1 day a week instead of watching every day. I love you, Bobby. Anyway, he says there's a few good games between us, but that doesn't mean we're rivals. Well, yeah, what you're going to see on here, these first several comments are all going to be on that video I made yesterday about Georgia Tech, and I'll get into that as we get into these comments here. But Bobby says, again, I recognize that middle finger. Yeah, you would know that middle finger. All right, so here we go. 2 hours ago, just another critic says Saban and the Alabama players did not. This is in reference. You can see on the right-hand corner of the screen there the thumbnail for the video. So that was the video I did last week about the Paul Feinbaum comments about John Simpson, the offensive lineman, and of course the back and forth controversy between the Alabama and Clemson players at media days. So that's what this is in reference to. Saban and the Bama players did acknowledge that Clemson outplayed them and outcoached them in the post-game press conference. Media just doing what they do, stirring the pot. And if they did poke the tiger, good. I like to see the best from both teams this season, especially if they do match up again. Now, here, I'll just live on the air. I'm going to give that a heart because I completely agree with this guy. I'm assuming that he is an Alabama fan. I don't know. Yeah, he didn't really say either way, but I'm assuming he is based on that comment. But I agree with him 100% everything he said there, so I'm not going to even dispute that. Rover Sports 12 hours ago. No, but Minnesota versus Ohio State is. He's talking about rivals. No. You know what he's doing? He knows how I feel about PJ Fleck. He's trying to get me triggered. But no. Let's see. Should I give it a heart? No. I'm just kidding. I don't even give thumbs down. I'm gonna do it just for fun, just for here. Why not? Let's see. Clem Tiger. I was just saying the other day, actually yesterday, how this guy hasn't shown up on my YouTube channel in months and months, but I see him all over everybody else's. But as soon as I said that, he showed up. Let's see what he has to say. Georgia Tech is a massive rivalry. There's a reason we draw from the Coastal every year. Draw them from the Coastal every year. They have ruined our seasons and had more success against us than we've had against them. They are on the rise. Trust me, I would say in 3 or 4 years, Georgia Tech will be a top 10 team. It wouldn't surprise me if they kept it close to us in the opener. I actually had a legit nightmare. We lost to them. Kid you not. I hate Georgia Tech. I also appreciate old rivalries. This is the one I love winning each year. All right. So there's a lot to unpack here. This is why it's so much better to do this on audio than on text. Clem Tiger, he fits into the category of about 90% of the Clemson fans that watch my YouTube channel. No, forget about that. He fits into the category of about 90% of the Clemson fans in the world. I said yesterday, I realize I'm a very, very small minority in not thinking this is a rivalry or not categorizing it as a rivalry. I know it technically is. To me, it's not. To him and 90% of the other Clemson fans, it is. A massive one is exactly what he says here. He also points out the fact that they have ruined our seasons many times. Yes, they have. He also points out the fact that they've had more success in history head-to-head against Clemson than we've had against them. That's all facts. I don't care if Georgia Tech beat us in every single game they've ever played head-to-head. That is not what constitutes a rivalry to me. So, is Clem Tiger wrong? No. I'm sure I'm the one that's wrong here. But that doesn't change the way I feel about it. Let's see. Star Stratstan says he's a South Carolina fan. Just subscribed. I like your analysis. Bobby Durkins has some knowledge, but can't get past that Ernest T. Bass persona he puts out. Hey, first of all, Bobby Durkins does have knowledge, and his persona is exactly why I like him, sir. I'm going to give you a heart for that, even though you're wrong about Bobby Durkins. Danny Reeves, I've been around Clemson football for 44 years, so in my humble opinion, I like to list the top 5 rivals that I've always considered. 1, South Carolina. 2, Georgia. 3, NC State. 4, Florida State. And 5 would be Georgia Tech. So, somebody's calling me. This is a guy, Danny Reeves, that has been a Clemson football fan or somebody that's been around the team for 44 years. And he has Georgia Tech as 5th on the rival list for Clemson. So I take that as a big fat W for Pigskin Pete. This guy agrees with me. He doesn't know if he agrees with me. He may not think he agrees with me, but if he's got 5th, then he agrees with me. Jaleel Johnson. Yeah, it's a rivalry. How do they have all-time head-to-head record? 4 natties. They beat us like that at one point, and it seemed like every other year. It's only like 4 teams were losers in head-to-head. Georgia Tech, Florida State, Pitt, Miami. Every other school, we own them. Clemson owns the state of North Carolina, and all North Carolina teams, Big Four, Duke, North Carolina State, Wake Forest, Virginia Tech, Louisville, Syracuse, blah, blah, blah. So I don't. He's saying it's a rivalry, is what Jaleel's saying. College kids are. This is J-Dub, and this is another response to the video last week about Paul Feinbaum and the media days thing. College kids are young men. We do them a disservice by treating them like children. Let the prognosticators speak about players if they feel like their careers can handle it or stand it. I agree. Let the prognosticators prognosticate. Fine. And then let people like me call them out on their bullshit. That's the way that works. Blake Ellis, Georgia Tech has 4 national championships and used to dominate us. I consider them to be a major football school. Are they all right. All right, this is a lot to go on. There's a lot going on here too. This, by the way, Blake is a Clemson guy. Look, are they a major football program? Yes, they're a Power 5 football program, Division I program. Of course, they're a major program. I didn't say that. What I said was I don't consider them to be a football school. What do I mean by that? Look at their stadium. Look at their facilities. Look at their fan base. And look at the fact that they just dedicated 10 years to a triple option head coach, the only one in the Power 5. That is not the sign of a football school to me, sir. Will that change? I do believe it will change, by the way, with Jeff Collins. I believe that he is the answer. But anytime within the past 20 years, I don't consider Georgia Tech to be a football school, and I don't really think their fan base cares that much about football, to be honest with you. And that's really where I'm coming from with that. I know I sound like a broken record with that, but it is what it is. Brent Venables is, by the way, a big-time viewer of Pigskin Peete. You guys didn't know that. He says, NC State has always been more of a rival than Georgia Tech. Yes, to me too. Apex Orca 78, hell nah, Trick Daddy said so. Whatever that means, I agree with you, sir. Delta Charlie, I'm a Clemson fan, and I also absolutely agree Georgia Tech is not a rivalry. They're not a football school. Delta Charlie speaking facts here. Most Georgia Tech fans are basketball fans. If I was told we were no longer to play Tech every year, it would not matter to me. Delta Charlie is speaking the truth. And may the truth set you free, my friends. I wouldn't care either. For that matter, if Clemson announced that they were doing away with the basketball program, I'd probably say more money, more football. Well, I don't know about that, but yeah. I work with a Tech fan, which is rare, and he doesn't know football. Yeah, big shocker. Nato says he doesn't think it's much rivalry anymore. Yeah. Run Boys Fantasy Network, these guys have a YouTube channel. It means that, bro, I'm taking y'all in Vegas. Yeah, well, it depends on what the spread is. I don't even know what the spread is. Some of these, I don't even know what they mean. This guy says, thumbs up for the advertisement. All right. Oh, here's your advertisement right here. Hardwired to self-destruction. There's your advertisement. I have no idea what you mean, but more power to you, sir. George, it used to be kind of a rivalry. Maybe it is again someday in the future, blah, blah, blah. All right, so that's a lot of Georgia Tech stuff. That's because this is literally every comment that I'm getting in real time here, and that's the most recent video I made. Look, finally, we got a comment here on the college football playoff expansion and division debate. I would like to see divisions realigned for the ACC. Split between the North and the South. 4 North Carolina schools, and on down would be the South, and from UVA, Virginia Tech, up would be North. You can still have some good cross-divisional rivalries, but also don't necessarily disagree with eliminating divisions. So he agrees with me that he doesn't necessarily disagree with getting rid of divisions, but if they were going to realign the divisions, he would do it North and South. I can't argue with that part of it. I just think that forget the North, South, East, West. The moon doesn't matter. No need for divisions. All right. What I'm going to do, because I want to get into something different other than this last Clemson and Georgia Tech thing. I've read enough of those, and I apologize for anybody I'm skipping over here, but it's been probably about 100 comments. Oh, you see, this is where you get the long ones. Dade Star Mysteries. And just in the interest of time for this video, I'm going to skip your comments, but I appreciate them. And I did read them. Obviously, you can see how hard I put a heart by one of them. So I do appreciate it, and I probably do agree with you what you're saying. Is in the interest of this video, it's too long to read. All right, here's one we got here. Well, we'll start with Country Tiger. I agree with everything you said, but still keep the 4-team playoff. You got 2 teams tied basically for the 4th spot. Let them play for it. Well, I guess I agree with that. I don't know how that would look as far as playing for the 4th spot. That's basically an expansion in itself. But I see what you're saying. Big Cap, celebrate now, Clemson fans, and live it up. The party is over. When your coach takes his dream job at Alabama and leave y'all in the hotel room like a $2 hoe. I gotta heart that one. I didn't even see that one before. This guy's clearly a genius. Big Cap. Everyone give it up for Big Cap. Pete, I agree with your purist fan view. I want to see it. Regrettably, divisions exist to make money for people other than us. Now, I don't know how divisions make money. Because I promise you, if instead of this year we're playing Wake Forest or Louisville, we're playing Miami or Virginia Tech, that game would make more money both on TV and at the box. I mean, at the front gate. So I don't know. I don't understand. I don't agree with that part of it. I'm a Clemson fan, but I'm supposed Georgia Tech will be a rival until the all-time record favors the good guys. Georgia Tech has a long plays Clemson, win-loss. Most of the games played at Georgia Tech. Just trying to express some Clemson fans need to continue to CBS Georgia. I'm a purist in my view of the sports, but man, we will get steamrolled by the money makers and casual fans. I think that what he's telling me here is he agrees with me, which is good. At the same time, I disagree. I believe that getting rid of divisions and having more compelling and a rotating conference schedule is more compelling and will make more money on TV and at the front gate. So I don't think it's a money thing at all. I think it's a convenience thing. Here's the bottom line. When you have divisions, it's easier to schedule because you already know at least 5 of your games every year. You don't have to. I mean, there's no thought that has to go into it. But rotating is not that hard. All right. I mean, it's not calculus. It is pretty simple math. Maybe we can get Georgia Tech. Maybe we can get Georgia Tech fans and alumni to figure this thing out. If they want to be any good to the ACC, let them do that. They can figure out the schedule rotation mathematically. Sean says leave it at 4, put 8 teams, then you have 5 conference champions, best group of 5 team. Yeah. So, anyway. Oh, here we go. Well, this guy... and some people don't even watch the video. They just comment on the title. The title was, or you can see the thumbnail there. Who's in? This guy Gabriel Channing gives me his 4 picks on the video. The video had nothing to do with who's making the playoff. So, okay. Norwal Music, preparing to watch more of your videos after watching this one. Super awesome job. Well, thank you, Norwal. I mean, I might have to mod you for saying some stuff like that. Andrew Brown. This dude wears sunglasses inside. This dude is legit. As you can see, I responded to him. Finally, someone who knows that I'm legit. Thank you. Oh, this is a great comment here. We already read one of this guy's comments. Strat Stan. What happens with Notre Dame and BYU? In the scenario where you get automatic bids by winning your conference and getting rid of divisions, all right? Make them join a conference? ? That would work. But exactly. Listen, there's a reason that not a single Notre Dame fan showed up on that video to comment. Why? Because they're not in a conference and they don't fit into that conversation. So not only would getting rid of divisions and making the the conference champions an automatic bid, make football more exciting and more compelling throughout the year, it would also force Notre Dame and BYU to join a conference. And that is something that Notre Dame and BYU fans do not want to hear. A scenario that they are not on board with. They don't want to be forced to do anything. But the rest of us, especially if you're a fan of a team in the ACC like I am, this will be a great for a lot of reasons. Eagles UK says, I don't know about college football, but that makes perfect sense to me, man. You're the perfect kind of fan for me, sir. Somebody that doesn't know college football, so everything I say makes sense to you. I wish I had a million people like you. I'd be right about everything. Oh, God. All right. I could go on for hours with this, guys. I don't know. Look, here's what I'm going to do. Oh, God. I hope... hold on. All right. So look, that was just a test run with this idea I have. Obviously, I don't know. I have to go through and look, but if I do a video basically every day or 5 a week on average, whether it's a recorded video or a live stream video, about 5 a week, and during the football season, that could go anywhere from 7 to 12 to 15 videos a week, depending on what's going on. It's gonna exponentially increase as the season goes on. But obviously, I just read you comments from 3 or 4 videos. You know, I don't want to make these things an hour long or anything, but I guess anyway, I'll figure it out. Again, this was just a test run. Let me know. Look, the reason I'm doing this test run in the first place is because I want to know if you guys like this, what I just did, what I did today. Is it something you want to see on a weekly basis, once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month, whatever? If it's something that you like, I'll continue. I'll do it. If it's something that you could care less about seeing, let me know that too. There's no right or wrong answer to this. There really isn't. Some people only want to hear football talk. They don't want to hear comment talk. But I do think that there's a group of people out there that like to see everyone's thoughts. So I don't know. You just let me know. We'll figure it out together. Put your vote in the comments below. I won't use your vote as a part of one of these videos. The vote is just for the vote. All right. Have a great day. Pigskin Pete. Check it out.